What's the cost of living in San Jose, California? That's the question that we're going to answer, so stick around. How's it going, everybody? My name's Tyler with K10 Realty, where we help open the door to your real estate education. I wanted to speak on the cost of living here in San Jose, which is the city that I currently live in. So first off, let me educate you a little bit on geography and population. This will give you some context to the video. So San Jose is located in Santa Clara County. It sits on the southernmost tip of the San Francisco Bay Area. It's approximately 177 square miles and is currently the largest city within the Bay Area based on population, which is actually a surprise to many that think San Francisco holds that title. Now, if you're headed down towards Southern California, you'll likely pass right through San Jose from other northern cities here within the Bay Area. This will bring you down to Highway 5, which is one of the main roads leading down to Los Angeles and San Diego. As estimated by the US Census Bureau, San Jose's population is estimated to be just over 1 million people. Divide that by San Jose's size and you get just over 5,500 people per square mile. That might sound pretty dense, but in comparison to cities like Los Angeles that currently have 8,500 people per square mile, it's really not that bad. So based on population, San Jose is the third largest city within California, right below Los Angeles and San Diego, and the 10th largest city within the United States, sitting right between Austin, Texas and Fort Worth, Texas. Over the past century, San Jose has been one of the fastest growing cities within the United States. The tech scene had a lot to do with that. Between the years 1992 and 1999, the Silicon Valley alone added more than 200,000 jobs to the area. Those people that came here for work needed a place to live, hence the growth of San Jose. Interesting enough though, San Jose had one of the sharpest population declines within the past couple years due to the pandemic and a handful of jobs giving the ability to work from home. Nowadays, remote work is becoming more acceptable for many companies. Let me know what you think down in the comments if you prefer to go into work or if you like working from home. Now that you're a little more familiar with the area, let's get down to business and talk about how much money people are actually making here. So the latest data given by the US Census Bureau states that the average household within San Jose averages an income of a little over $140,000, with slight increases if you're a family and if you're married. Keep in mind these are household averages. San Jose currently has a minimum wage ordinance as well of $16.20 that came into effect January 1st of 2022. So if you're working 40 hours a week at minimum wage, you'll earn right under $650 per week. Now the average hourly rate of San Jose is approximately $22.31 per hour. That's equivalent to $892 per week or $3,866 per month. San Jose is considered part of the Silicon Valley, who is home to some popular employers like Cisco, Adobe, PayPal, Intel, Nvidia, and so on. For the most part, I would say an increased portion of these tech-heavy careers do pay a decent salary here in San Jose, which makes San Jose's individual salary just over $100,000. Here's a look at some of those careers and their average pay to give you an idea of what I'm talking about. Like most other places, the higher your education, the higher your salary, as goes the same with years of experience. Now, having said all that, it is pretty common to have two income earners here in the Bay Area under one roof, especially when you consider the cost of housing. When talking about housing in general, we ended last year with 17% less new listings on the market. That reduced amount of inventory, combined with the Fed slowly tapering up interest rates, is causing a hyper-competitive market for buyers out there. We're currently down to under 1 month of housing supply, which is extremely low. That's basically saying how long it would take for all the listings that are currently active on the market today to sell before we get to zero. So the median sales price for a single family home in the San Jose area was just over $1.45 million as of December 2021. Townhouses remain under that $1 million mark at around $930,000. Now, in terms of straight up monthly cost, yes, owning a home here in San Jose will be more expensive than renting most of the time. But there's also a lot of factors that play into that, like area, down payment size, etc. But if you consider the tax benefits, owning a home is a wealth builder and savings vehicle. It just makes sense for a lot of those who can attain it. So let me ask you, what would you rather do? Would you rather make payments towards paying off your own home and building future equity, or pay someone else that's doing the exact same thing but on your dime? Let me know down in the comments. So home values have also skyrocketed over the past year increasing a little over 18% year over year. Looking back in time, the Bay Area has always had a good appreciation rate. If you take a look decade by decade, a lot of homes within the Bay Area double their value every 10 years. So as you can see, owning real estate here in the Bay Area, yes, it is more expensive than a lot of places within the United States. But those who can attain home ownership here definitely reap the rewards of accelerated equity. And I mean, we can't complain about the weather. I wanted to end this video and talk a little bit more about my personal experience. I'm a Bay Area native, born and raised here. I've spent my entire life growing up here in this area. So in comparison to the national average, the cost of living in general is on the higher end. But San Jose and the Bay Area have so much more to offer than a lot of other places. I'll link my previous video up top. It talks about the 5 things that you need to know before moving to San Jose so you can get an idea of what I'm talking about as well. So here are some of the costs associated with my individual living situation and what I see out there. Gas right now hovers around $5. It's about 20 cents more for premium. An average dinner out will cost you about $50. With drinks, you're looking more towards $70. If you go to a higher end restaurant, you're probably looking to pay closer to around $125 plus. And of course, this is before any type of tip. My girlfriend and I usually go to Costco every 3 weeks or so. We usually go in expecting to spend around $150, but we always end up leaving with a receipt that's more towards $300. Still don't know how that happens. We live in a single family house and our energy and gas bill averages about $150 a month. We only have Comcast internet, so that's about $50 a month. And our water bill is about $170 every 2 months. So having said all that, I've personally still never seen the cost of living here as a huge pitfall. If anything, I've always viewed and used it as motivation to strive for what I want to accomplish, as so many others do the same. I never wanted that to be an excuse for me not to make it here in one of the most expensive areas within the United States. If others can do it, so can you. So that's all I have for you guys today. I want to thank everyone for sticking around and watching this video. If you find my content helpful, consider giving this video a like, consider subscribing to my channel. It really does help my business out. Let me know what other topics you'd like to discuss or that I could potentially make a video on, as I'm always looking for new ideas. And don't forget, if you're looking for a trusted real estate advisor here in the Bay Area or anywhere within the United States, make sure to drop me a line, reach out to me. I'll make sure you get set up. And once again, I just want to thank everyone. Until next time, be easy.